Joy Tribe, what's up? We are live on YouTube. Welcome to the show. Let me just grab some. Hey, what's up, JC? What is going on? So I told you I'd be back, and I'm back. Matt Mittens in the house. Too many notices. Hey, you were featured on a video today. I was? Matt? What was I featured on? Thank you so much for welcoming me back. Joy Tribe, I have a more professional setup as JCL has asked for. Such a cutie. You guys, I love you so much. Look at, I got the gooch. You guys like the gooch? Let me just adjust this, okay? So I'm building, this is my office right here, but I am building an incredible studio, um, little podcast studio for you guys. Because can you hear me okay, by the way? Leave me a message if you can hear me okay. And did you get notices that I was going live? Because sometimes it doesn't do that here. So, okay, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Joy Villa. I'm a singer, songwriter, actress, freedom fighter, fitness fanatic, vegan, health aficionado, public speaker. Your girl's also a filmmaker, an award-winning actress, and a screenwriter, by the way. Adding that. Ding. And today we have the Joy Villa show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I go live from my Joy Tribe. How do you know you're in Joy Tribe? Well, you love Joy Villa. You support freedom. You love everybody. I mean, we can love people, but we don't have to have them in our space too. We're not dumb, right? But we are artists, we are creators, and we are everybody. So you are invited. But we're not just everybody because it's exclusive, but it's also inclusive. The Joy Tribe, you guys know what I'm talking about because we support freedom. I don't care what you call yourself. I don't care what your race is, your gender, whatever. Okay. I love you. Your religion, your creed, you are welcome here. As long as you don't try to infringe on my rights, I won't infringe on yours. And we will have respectful discussions. We don't have to agree. That's what I love about the Joy Tribe is we have this common denominator that we communicate with each other. We're like a family. That's why I call us a tribe. It's not the tribal mentality that's been kind of blackballed in the media. You know, hear about tribes. We're a society built on family and fellowship and a spiritual understanding that we are spiritual beings and we all communicate with each other. All of our talents and skills can help each other, and all of us can contribute and do good in this world. So that's why it's tribe. And of course it's joy because your queen of the tribe is Joy Villa. Burp, burp, burp. And I love you guys. Some of you guys know me from my radical representation of political uncorrectness at the Grammys. Some of you guys know me from my music, having toured 25 countries, having been to 39 countries now. My modeling, my fashion, however you found me. Also, some of you guys know me from my fitness brand, the Fit and Sexy Vegan. I have some exciting news, but before I jump into our exciting news, I want to read some comments from you guys because this is always interactive. And if you didn't catch it live, Joy Tribe, and you're watching this, don't worry because your comments down below I will read in the next live. We're going back to the weekly lives every Wednesday because your girl is finished with some projects, movie projects. I was overseas for a minute. We're talking a minute, and now I'm back on American soil, and I'm going to reveal where I'm at exactly and where home base. I can't even speak. I've been in the UK too long. I can't speak. So home base for Joy Villa is now going to be in a different place. And I'll tell you in just a minute. Okay, Matthew. Yes, you got to notice just couldn't respond in time. That's okay because this is going to be a nice, long, juicy live. I love your setup, says Let's Talk with Andrew Love. Oh, here, let me put the comments there. What kind of camera are you using? Okay, good. So you love the camera. My camera is a Logi. It's Logitech Logi HD 1080p. I'm literally looking at it. And it's actually a webcam that I got for under $200. And I can probably take a picture of it, Andrew, and show you it right now. Here, I'm going to take a photo. This is going to get real meta. Thank you for loving my setup, though, because, you know, traveling, it's not easy to have a whole setup, you know, but I'm going to be doing a lot more for you guys. So here, this is what the camera looks like. I just took a picture of my camera. Can you guys see that? This is weird. There it is. So take a photo of that. If you like the camera, I'm always trying to help you guys get a discount. It's a Logitech HD 1080p. Take a screenshot of that right now. or take a photo. Boom. That's all you got. That's the time you got. You can rewind it. But if you like, that's the camera. I want to upgrade and upgrade more. The mic I'm using is actually from Heyday. Is that better? Is the sound crystal clear? See, if I put it far away, it's resting on my laptop. I'm live streaming from my laptop, but I've got my mic. But the Heyday mic is really nice. It's actually from Target, believe it or not. And yeah, your girl's sweating. It's hot where I'm at. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at yet. That's a reveal. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here. I love this. I got to shout out to my Joy Tribe, who are my regular subscribers. It's less than a cup of coffee a day per month. It's $5 a month, and you can get invited to exclusive content. You always get shouted out by name. Your comments are read first in the Q&As. JCL, what's up? A longtime Joy Tribe Inner Circle subscriber. $5 and supports the channel, supports me, supports freedom of information and content creation. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy out here. All right. So Matt Mittens as well. Too many notices. Oh, you meant not enough notices. Okay, good. You say, yes, we can hear you. Good. Yes, loud and clear. You sound great. Oh, LFR Family is a YouTube channel. It was just posted about 4 hours ago. What are they talking about me? Are they hating on you, girl? Or are they saying something nice, Matt? I don't want to watch it if it's like negative. You know, people be talking about me all the time. I don't care. But my duty and my allegiance is not to what people say about me. Is to God the Most High. All glory be to God. And then next, it's to my own self-integrity. And God would never go against my integrity. My integrity is one with the Spirit. Hallelujah. And then it's to you guys, my actual Joy Tribe. And then it's, okay, let's see what else is out there, you know, kind of thing. But in that order of importance, of course. I'm so glad you guys are here. We got music here. Love it, Matt. I have a link here to send you if it's permitted, or I can send it somewhere else, right? Yes, it may not be. Oh, oh, is it the Frank INFJ, INTJ? Is it that one they're talking about me? Oh my goodness. I don't know if the link, you know what? Post the link in here. It'll probably be held back. But if anybody here is a moderator, or any of my mods here, you can actually let the link go. Yeah, post the link there. Oh, you just sent it, a YouTube link to your Hotmail from Senex guy. Okay, great. Thanks. I'll have my assistant check that out. Mulatto Vanguard is here. What up? Love your hair. Thanks. It's getting nice and poofy poofs, right? It's getting poofy poofs. Is it 4K? Are you asking about the screen? This is actually, it's 1040p, and I'm also streaming in 1040. So we got 13 live streamers here, probably more because, you know, it always lags on YouTube. I have my whole studio in the background. Like, I have a studio on my laptop right now. So I'm self-producing this. You guys know my longtime producer and assistant. He's working on some other projects, but he will be back. We're collaborating on some things. He started his own company. I have a great team I work with, you guys. I have a great team. And I am actually hiring for a new assistant, but we're going to start you off if you have skills. I'm actually looking for people who have skills in social media and in production and in editing. I'm looking for a good editor. So I'd probably start you off to see what you do. We're looking for an intern as well. So this is for somebody if they want to intern, and then it would move into a paid position. So it'd be like a short-term internship, and then we do a paid position. If you're interested, email my team. You can email my manager, foos@foosmediagroup.com, or joyvilla@hotmail.com. So yeah, if you're looking for an internship that can turn into a paid gig, that would be fantastic. Editors as well. We need some editors. You know, we're expanding. So yeah, you're welcome. On IG. Oh, you sent it to me on IG. Oh, he's talking to me on IG. I don't get that. Okay, I have that camera. Oh, you do? Okay. Cool. What is this? They mentioned the Marxist media badgering your efforts, your appearance. They just couldn't stand it. Back in 2015, 2016, it was featured. Wow, that's awesome. So they're talking good. LFR. What is LFR? I have nothing but praise. This is great, TC Warrior. Yeah, please send that to me. You can send it to my Instagram too. My Instagram is @joyvilla. That is so cool. Okay, good. That's awesome. That would have been in 2017. They were talking bad about me, right? That was when I came out politically. Oh, that's great. Look at that. Oh, no, he was just pointing out with some archive video when you had the dress and you were showcasing the Trump campaign. Mark's sister media got mad. That's awesome. I love it. That's so cool. What is LFR? Is that short for something? Okay, that's great. Um, Hi TJ, I'm good. Hi, prayers for Maui. Absolutely. Hi Dan, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. Thank you TC for loving my music. No, it was the LFR channel and Fox News was featuring alongside with the Badger Remarksist Media. I just remember your personality profile and mine. We are one letter apart. Oh, okay. 1080 is dots DPI, not the color. Yeah. I thought it was you posting up a past event and it was him. It was. And now here you are. How about that for timing? That is good timing. Oh, I know, right? That's right. LFR Family. That's the name of the channel. Okay, cool, cool. Well, speaking of music, so I have some announcements to make, guys. I have a lot of exciting things that are happening in this world. What's happening in this world? A lot is going on. Excuse the apostrophe is missing. It should be what's with an apostrophe, like what is happening to this world. But before we get into that, I have some exciting things to announce. I am going to be doing podcasts based upon, I just worked with my team, okay, based upon the different things that I do. So my whole website is getting redesigned and everything is getting redone. It's down right now, but it's about to be up. But joyvilla.com, if you go, there's nothing there, but it's about to be redesigned and put up with links to brand new podcasts. And I will still be doing the live show every week as we build my studio in my office. This is my new office, which I love. And as we build my studio out and get a really professional background, I've got a whole thing going. I've got a whole thing I'm building. For now, this will probably be the background for a few of my streams. But yeah, and then we're going to get a whole podcast set up. And it will be multiple podcasts. We'll have a podcast based on fitness. We're going to have a pod where I just talk about fitness because a lot of you guys love what I do, but it's separate, right? News, events, and political will just go onto the live stream. If we talk about politics, it'll be from a basis of just like how I'm viewing the world and what we're seeing. I'm not going to do a hard political podcast. Not right now. That's not in the plan, but that doesn't mean I'm not political, but I do speak about things I'm interested in. And I am a conservative. You guys know that. So, and a lot of things are happening in the media right now, right? With Trump, they're trying to arrest him in Georgia. It's crazy. What is going on? So, but we're moving into a campaign election year with campaigns running. It's going to be kind of an insane 2024. 2024 is going to be wild. So hold on to your hats and enjoy your 2023. I think this year, I feel like is a place of not rest necessarily, but building. Like this is the growing period. This is where the seeds will be planted. So make sure you're planting your seeds because it's going to take off like fire in 2024. And there will be a lot of upheaval because we know in election year, there is a lot of distraction that they love to do to the American people and around the world. Last election year was crazy. 4 years ago. Can you believe it? Almost 4 years ago was 2020. And yeah, that was insane. That was the last time we really properly had a Grammys. And that was the last time I had a Grammys dress. Funny, 2020. I was supporting Trump. Again, Trump 2020. I can't believe it's almost been 4 years. Well, November of next year will be 4 years. So it's really been 3 years, right? So it's been 3 years. But it's been a hectic 3 years, right? So, oh, someone says, what is this? Okay, let's read some comments. Halle Berry and Carrie Ann Inaba, the Asian woman on Dancing with the Stars, responded to my comments on their IG post. Wow. JC, you are amazing. Wow. Thank you, TJ. Nice to see you too. Yeah, lost all my money. Lost all my money. Oh my goodness. I'm your biggest fan of your rock music. Thank you, TJ. And you play guitar too. So we got more followers here. This is great. More viewers. Welcome to the live stream, Joy Tribe. We're jumping into some of the headlines that are going on. The Maui fires, right? Hawaii fires. It's not on Maui, I don't think. But it's on Hawaii. A lot of people, some volunteer ministers, friends of mine are going to volunteer. I thought of going out there to volunteer as I did for the Paradise fires, put on a hazmat suit. I dug through the rubble. I put on a hazmat suit. And, we found as a group, as volunteer ministers, we found a ring, a gold ring that her husband had died. Not in the fires, but her whole house was burned down. Paradise. This is in California when those fires happened. And I'll never forget the absolute joy on that woman's face. I personally didn't find the ring, but it was one of our teams. It was a group of volunteer ministers of all religions, all groups, all faiths. And we put on hazmat suits. We wear the yellow. The volunteer ministers are very famous for, and they put out a call, and we all put on our hazmat suits, our yellow shirts. This was pre-COVID. I think this was in 2019, mid 2019 or early 2019. If you guys remember that, I was in California, Los Angeles at that time, and she lost everything. I think she was in her 60s or 70s. Her husband had died a while ago. Her whole home had burned down. Absolute dust. I mean, there was barely any frames. I mean, this was just a whole neighborhood of dust. I mean, if I could actually pull up some of the pictures, it's really tragic. But the good news is that we found her wedding ring. And her wedding ring was recovered, and that's all she had of her husband. It was his ring. And yeah, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. Paradise City. I think it's called Paradise City, California. I'm not finding it actually. Okay, fine. So it was really quite intense. So I was thinking of going and volunteering in Hawaii, but we got to pray for those people. I don't see Hawaiian flags. I don't see a lot of people, posting the pray for Hawaii like I saw for the pray for Ukraine. I don't want war anywhere, but especially when there is disaster or war or, acts of God, they call them, which is debatable what happened with these fires and what's happening. I want to hear from you guys, Joy Tribe, what you think is going on with these fires. But I don't see a lot of support for Hawaii, and that's kind of weird. I guess I could be calling myself a hypocrite and say, well, why don't I have the Hawaiian flag? But I tend to back away from some of the campaigns. I do use my voice for campaigns I believe in, but I don't always like to be showy because a lot of celebrities like to do that, and I'm just like, I'm going to pray. I did want to go volunteer. Unfortunately, it didn't work out with my schedule, but I thought about it, just flying to Hawaii and just like, these people need help. So Lord, we just pray right now for Hawaii, that you bless them, that you save them from the rubble, that you help them get through the pain and suffering. And I just pray this in your mighty name, Jesus. Amen. And I know that they're going to be okay, the people there. It's from DEW, not Mother Nature. So that's the thing. A lot of people, you saw me on how have I not heard of you? Just saw you on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. Yes, thank you. I love Jesse Lee. Beta. Yeah. Biden did get a lot of flack for not responding correctly and not helping. I heard about this girl. She sold her nudes for $10,000. I don't know her name, but it was like somebody, right? I don't subscribe to that stuff, literally and figuratively. But she sold her nudes and raised $10,000, and all the comments were like, "Good for her, better than what Biden is doing." And that's sad when the president of the United States is not supporting our own country in a disaster. There was a Hurricane Hillary, that flew through Los Angeles or flew through Mexico. My friends in LA have told me that it did not hit LA. So I don't know what is going on. I never believe the news. It's just always crazy. It's always crazy. Yeah, some people are saying that these fires are man-made. And there are a few people that I've seen that are saying that, and I'm wondering what's going on, what's really going on. A lot of distracting things are happening, right? So, yeah. Thank you, JC. That's right. Poor land management is to blame. They let some of the former farmland go wild, and then the mayor would not permit water usage for fire department, and it just went from there. That's crazy. That is crazy. Tropical storm Hillary. Yes, everybody got a good dose of rain, about 4+ inches. I'm up to the high desert north of Palmdale. Everything's fine. Good. So everything is fine. That's what I thought too. That Palmdale was having, or actually good for Los Angeles. If there's rain, that's actually really good for California. Excuse me. Palmdale is north of Los Angeles. Is Palmdale is not Los Angeles County, is it? I had a band. My drummer was in Palmdale. He used to live in Palmdale. When I had a band when I was 18 years old, I've had bands since, but do not forget to hydrate. Sponsored by Talking Rain Aqua. It's actually not sponsored by this company, but you guys can sponsor me with your 80s design. I love this. Go at it. Essential 9.5 pH. Oh, they changed their thing. What does it say? Oh, they made it so that you can read it inside and outside. I'm like, what? You can read it from this side or that side. That's interesting. Okay, whatever. You do you, company. So, yes, here's the $1,000,000 question. What state am I in now? You guys, what state do you think I'm in now? This will be the state that I have my base, and it could not happen at a better time because I hear rumors about there being the mandates happening again. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? This whole, this mandate, the cover thy nose and thou's mouth. I don't want to get demonetized. Mandate. You guys know what I'm talking about? Every time I do that, the camera's trying to focus back on my face. So I'm hearing rumors, a little still there about little mandates are coming back. And I do not want to be anywhere near that. So I am not in Los Angeles. I'm not in California anymore. I've officially moved out of California. I know I moved to the UK. You guys know I lived right outside of London in West Sussex for 2 years. Rented a home there. And now I am, where do you guys think I am? I want to see some guesses, Joy Tribe. I want to see some guesses. Where do you think I am? Where do you think I be today? I think it's trying to focus on that. Focus on my face. Where do you think I am? Where do you think I be? Where am I existing? Look at you, sleuth. Is that daylight that we see in the room? Well, maybe. I did move from California to Texas about something years ago. TJ, well done. I'm sure you feel a lot more free, my friend. Australia, Molly, what up with it? How did you know that mean, how did you guess that I'm not in Australia? We're both from Orange County, California. I moved out also. Nice Mulatto Vanguard. I would love to do the LFR family show. I don't know much about it. Is that daylight we're seeing in the room? Matt Mittens. Okay, we got JCL says Florida. V8 Supercar says Delaware. 3 Madam says Nebraska. Matt Mittens says, not the East Coast. You've got daylight, so I'm guessing somewhere here or there. Definitely there is daylight. That was very smart. How did you know? Oh, because you can see the window. What if this was just natural light? No, there is daylight outside. And I've got very high ceilings here in my office, and I've got amazing skylights in the ceiling, which is awesome. So this is daylight, which is, I love being able to stream and there's daylight. There's windows all around here and it's flooded with daylight. Okay. Anybody else? Illinois. I just was in Illinois. I was in Chicago. The plot thickens. Exactly. It's hot here. Okay. It's super hot here. Probably going to give it away already for that. I'm drinking so much water and I'm going to need some of my rose spray. As you guys get some more guesses, rose water, refreshing facial mist. It's like a Caribbean atmosphere here. Yeah, I never said I was in America, by the way. I never said I was in America. You know how your girl likes to travel around the world. So I'm not in the UK though. Hey Joy, hi Worldwide Ghosts, Nevada, Phoenix, Arizona, not on the West Coast. Chicago. Chicago. Exactly. That's how I say it. Chicago. I was in Chicago for 2 weeks. You guys know I did a charity concert. I did what else I did? I met with some restaurant owners there to do some more. I'm starting a charity. I'm going to be working with the Make a Diff Foundation and starting my own 301c. Is that right? Did I say it right? Charity nonprofit organization. I wanted to start one in South Africa when I lived there. You guys know I was in South Africa for 6 months. So I've been meeting people. Chicago was where I was last time. That's right. Not Kansas. Worldwide Ghosts, it's so good to see you. Yes, TJ. You're in. Okay, what does this say? Hey, Joy, Craig here from Western Australia. Australia, mate. I can't quite do your accent. It's very hard to do. I love Australia though. Crappy too. Tennessee. You guys know I was in Nashville for a hot minute. Love Nashville. Still got friends there. I have friends all over the United States. I have friends all over the world. Thank God. Michigan says hi. My mom's from Michigan. Kansas is my hometown. I would know that's a negative on that. It's not Kansas. Oh my goodness. Joy Tribe. Everybody's here. This is great. 5013C. Thank you. What did I say? 5013. I think I said 5013C. That's right. Okay, guys. Do you give up? Not Mexico, but that's a good guess. I just talked to one of my best friends and he's in Mexico. He's Mexican. He's a super cool guy. No, but I'm repping my gooch. I think the decor of my office looks like the state I'm in. What does this decor say to you? To me, it looks very much like the state I'm in. And I did say states, so I am in America. I just gave it away. So I'm not overseas. You guys know some of my favorite places to live. Who remembers the places I've lived? I've lived in Denmark because my ex is Danish. I've lived in Los Angeles for many years because of business and everything, especially when I was starting my fitness company, the Fit and Sexy Vegan, and doing acting. I did music there as well. I've lived in Nashville. I have lived, which I really liked, Nashville. I have lived in South Africa for 6 months. So I really lived there half a year. I've lived in the UK most recently for 2 years. I was out there, guys. And I have lived in New York, of course, partially raised in New York. I've lived in Santa Barbara. Oh, it's raining here. Can you hear that? London. I've lived in London. Yeah, outside London. Los Angeles. Lompoc. I've lived in Lompoc. That's right. Hi, Sherry. It's not Idaho. Dan. Sherry's here. Good afternoon, Sherry. Santa Barbara, exactly. It's not Flagstaff or Tucson, even though it's hot. I'm not married anymore. Oh, you haven't been back here, have you? I'm divorced, but it's amicable. We got divorced. We were going different directions. You know, I can't pinpoint it to anything. We had a wondrous 7 years together. Also, he did not want to have children. And really our lifestyle changes in that way. It's just a bit, I'm still young. I am going to have children. I love children. He already had children from previous marriages. So, we wish each other the best and there's no bad blood. So it's just, both of us are celebrities too. Celebrity photographer, really great photographer. And I had another relationship, long-term relationship for 1 year with Ryan. And he's sweet. And then we also wish each other the best. I would say I'm not enemies with any of my exes. I would say I'm like friends, but I wouldn't say I'm enemies. That's a beautiful thing. But I wouldn't say I'm not friends. Like I'm not friendly, but we're kind of just, we're not I let them do their thing and I do my thing, and I always wish them the best because I do feel like when you have had a relationship with anyone, they're existing on this planet. We have to share this planet. You can't actually completely cut someone out of your life or block them unless they extremely hurt you so bad. But even people who've hurt me, I wish them the best, you know? I don't think we should consider it a failure if a marriage doesn't work out because you tried, you did your best. I have a different view on that. Maybe you can call me a modern day woman on that. I do believe you should have your best to work out the marriage and you should love and care for that person as best your ability. That is the whole point. Divorce does happen, you know. There are certain situations that divorce is warranted and needed. And then there's certain situations where it's unfortunate, but you just cannot make it work. And I never wanted to divorce. Trust me, I grieved. I did initiate the divorce. And I just said, I think this is really going to be the best for us. Otherwise, we're going to hate each other. You want to do this. I want to stay in America. I want to do this. You want to do this. I want to, it was a very clear difference. And if you're with somebody, it's the most important thing is to be with a partner who thinks the same way you do, who shares the same values you do. And, it's hard when you're a public figure and you come out very strong conservative, very pro-life, very pro-America. And I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm me. No matter where I go, I'm me. I'm Joy Villa, the American girl. And I think that it's not easy for everybody to be with that too. So I always wish people, no ill will. It's just like certain friendships I've had that have kind of faded away, which, makes me sad. I'm not going to lie. But I also know some people, they move on and they do their best. I do think we all cross each other's path at some point, I got nothing but love for people. But yeah, I love that you're still in your kid's life, that you have an adoption. Yes, that's right. Great girl. Thank you that you gave to adoption. I am. Yep, she calls me Mama Joy. Thank you. It's a good outlook. Thank you. Yeah, always be civil. Exactly. I am well focused on your. Thank you. You are so well focused on your career. Thank you, guys. I think so. I really. It's really a God thing, and it's a calling, and it has not always been easy, as you guys know. Wow, it got dark in here, but it has been something that I've been focused on my career because it's a calling. I do believe I have to use my voice to help others. And what can I do? And it is important, that I help others through that. And this world is very much in need of that, some more love. And I will be a mom someday. Again, I'm a birth mom, as you guys know, but I will be. Despite divorce, men should continue to provide. This is beautiful. Protect and promote their former wives, be their friends. I believe that too. I think that that's beautiful. I do believe there's a lot of anti-marriage rhetoric, and she got half the house, and people forget that it's a 50-50. It's more than 50-50. I think that there's a lot of attack on modern day women. Some of it is rightfully so. I'm not a feminist, but there's modern day men who are slacking too. I think it's the modern day relationship to where it's like people are empty, people are losing it, and they don't love each other. And they need to love each other, Yeah. Okay, so you're in Phoenix now, Sherry? Ooh, back to love. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, your grandson turns 2 on 9/11. How beautiful. I love that. Wow. Come to North Carolina, huh? Santa Barbara County. You're born in Santa Maria. Yeah. Thank you guys. You guys are so amazing. I mean, God is good. Okay, so where do I live now? Mississippi, still checking. Yeah, some people want to prolong the agony. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Not Mississippi. Joy's super down to earth and focused. Thank you. I should do Jessie Lee again. I agree. Despite divorce, the marriage may have been immensely successful with children raised. And I agree. I think that we should look at it as a village mentality where, people like to say, oh, it should be how it was. I don't know. Some people do. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get some better light. Hold on. 3 times divorced. Oh, my goodness. My ex-husband is 3 times divorced. It does happen, you know? Some people be divorcing. People be divorcing. Kind of crazy. We're 22 people live, and this will definitely get probably over 1,000 viewers total. Yeah, I know, Stacey Dash. Thank you for loving my movie, The Contrast. Have you guys seen my movie, The Contrast? It is a hit on Amazon Prime. Please leave me a comment on there, or leave a comment, leave a star, because you know they try to suppress you, girl. So I would appreciate that. Oh, that's so great. Absolutely. Marriage and children, focus. Strong traits other women need. Despite divorce, marriage may have been. I agree. So yeah, they say, "Oh, you're pregnant and run." Yeah, it's bad from both sides, you know. 3 times divorced. Your mom was, see, but that's. I believe that everybody has the ability to make lemonade out of lemons. And what I don't like about these podcasts that are anti-man or anti-woman is they paint, they're basically two sides of the same coin. Is they paint a very bleak picture of relationships. Everyone now wants a modern day, they want to be a modern day man or a modern day woman, but they want a traditional woman or traditional man. What do I mean by that? It means that, you know, people want the perfect, like, okay, so in the relationships with the men, it's still dark here. I don't like it, guys. We need some more light. Let me see if I can open this. So, what people want in relationships with women is they want, let's say, a man. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is getting there. How's that? It's like very dramatic lighting now, huh? Do we like it? Do we like the dramatic lighting? Okay, that's fine. It's better than nothing, right? We want some more light. It got dark here. It got dark and stormy. So people want a very they want to be like, okay, so these men's podcasts, let's say, let's attack the men's podcast for a little bit. Because I actually have friends who do the men's podcast. I've been on Fresh and Fit. I've been on a lot of different podcasts. I ain't no hater. I'm an equal opportunist. I'm like, let's talk. I am a traditional. I don't know if I'm traditional or modern because I have a bit of both. So, for instance, the men's podcast, they say they want a woman who cooks and cleans and listens to them and wears what they say, right? Like the traditional wife. But he's going to pay for all of the bills. So it's a traditional. The woman does not have to work, but she's going to have the kids, and they're going to be able to have their relationship built on the fact that he brings in the money. He's the breadwinner. It's like the 1950s housewife, right? And she's a housewife, stay-at-home mom. Honestly, bliss for many women. There's a lot of good with that. Especially if you're young, getting started off the bat. And honestly, for the man, he gets a live in everything and he just has to pay top dollar, but he can be committed. Now, the problem with that is pay top dollar, but I mean, I don't know top dollar, but you know, you have to pay for everything, right? But you get, instead of having to hire like the I don't know, waitress, nobody hires a waitress, but you know, like a cleaning person, a cook, your wife does all those duties, but she gets all her needs paid for. So it's equal exchange because she's working just as hard as he is, except she's doing housework and raising up the children, which is an extremely hard job, and he's working. Problem with a lot of these podcast guys, not the traditional relationship. I think that that's beautiful when someone wants that and does that because it delineates. I was raised by a stay-at-home mom, and it delineates like, I'm going to pay the bills, honey. You're going to cook the dinner, and it's beautiful because you can be equal, but everyone's got different jobs. I mean, having at least one parent stay home is a beautiful thing because I'm a product of that, you know, and I got to be homeschooled for part of my schooling. And then I also went to schools. I went to private schools. It's a whole other thing. Graduated at 16, whole other thing. A little smarty. But the problem with the modern day guys talking about this setup is that they want the virgin woman like that. They want her to be about 22, which women are not even virgins now at 22. They want her to be pure. They want her to be virgin. And they want her to completely rely on him and basically have no social media. And they want to be able to cheat on her. Disgusting. Nobody should be cheating on anybody. And they say, well, it's a man and I'm going to do all the providing. And listen, if you are a multi-billionaire and that's your setup, because you're a billionaire or you're a multi-millionaire, I guess you can dictate what you want. And there are some women who will sign up for that because they get to be an ultimate millionaire and ride around the world. Like these, the women who chase those sports guys, or they chase celebrities or business CEOs who are millionaires. And they're like, whatever, I want the lifestyle. But those women aren't really stay-at-home moms. They're really just like, I'm the trophy wife. It's a different type of woman. They're not the virgins, really. And those kind of CEO billionaires, you look at, like, they don't go after really the virgins. They go after the women who were savvy enough to catch them and who are like gorgeous, a 10 out of 10 in looks, usually like plumped up and like and perfect. And they catch those guys. And they're kind of upscale sugar babies, right? Which is kind of like light prostitution, let's be real. But I don't, again, if it's two people who decide this is how our marriage is going to be, this is how we're going to do it, I don't find anything wrong with that as long as they're two consenting adults. But these modern day men and these podcasts get it twisted and think every woman should be like that, or she's a whore, basically. Excuse my language, I know, but I just want to be very straight and honest. And I'm like, wait, you can't expect modern day women to be 1950s women because you're not a 1950s guy. And women have opportunities now to go outside the house, and you can't tell a woman she can't have social media because social media is a utility almost now, right? I understand conservative Christian husbands who want a conservative Christian wife who stay at home, but it's going to be a combination. She's probably going to have a mommy blog or go out there sometimes, or maybe she has a part-time day job while the kids are in school. Maybe my mom was a crafter. She was an artist. You can't expect her, and you can't expect her to be like a virgin. I mean, unless you were raised in the church and you pick someone raised in the church and you guys are both virgins usually, or you're both like, that's a beautiful thing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that is ideal. But unfortunately, we live in an unideal world, and they're like, oh, she has to be 24. But what if she's 34 and she fits your qualifications? I mean, it's the same thing as these women now on the flip side who want the 6 foot, 6 figure, 6-pack guy, right? And it's just as ridiculous because the feminists on the flip side are like, oh, I want a man who's handsome and tall and rich. They're like, how much you want? I mean, at least $300K a year. Like, that's nothing, right? And these women are still in college, and they want a guy who's like perfect looking, but also sensitive, who's basically a woman in a male body. And they want to be able to go and work and do whatever they want and tell the guy, yeah, I'm going to go have drinks with the girls, and you have to stay home and watch the dog. And then he'll stay home with the kids, or I actually don't want kids. I mean, what are you giving this guy then? That's also not realistic. So I think both sides of this are completely unrealistic, and nobody's talking to anybody. And that's what I see happening a lot. Is somebody trying to call me? Oh, someone's trying to call me. My girlfriend's calling me. So I just did a little rant, but let me see what you guys think, Joy Tribe. We're on fire now. We're cooking. Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump divorces. Exactly. I didn't tell you where I'm at, right? Are you in the coast or inland? I'm on the coast. I think it's horrible how many women raise children on their own too. And I think it's not just men. It's not just women. It's not just the Black community, although it's rampant in the Black community. And I want to help my people. Being a Black woman, mix. My mom was a Black woman. My dad's Italian and Argentinian. Both my parents, I lost my parents at a young age, almost 15 years ago, unfortunately. But you know what I mean? It's like a lot of things are not how they're supposed to be and not ideal. And I think the main thing is that we need to focus on God, not on the person that, on however you express God in your spiritual form. I think everybody needs to find that spiritual sense, because without that dynamic, you're going to be constantly being like, oh, he's not cute enough. She's not cute enough. They're not good. And I mean, a lot of the women too, I have to say, because I said a lot about the men versus women, but the women also want to sleep around, have 50, 60 partners, and then settle down with a guy. And they're expecting the guy to be like, well, what's the big deal? But that's a big deal for guys. As much as I think it's not realistic that every woman's going to be a virgin unless she was raised in that Christian upbringing. I was raised in that upbringing, right? So I know that virgin till marriage, but how realistic? I have family members that uphold that, which is beautiful. And that was always my intention. And thank God I haven't slept around a lot with a lot of men, I mean, because I was raised right, thank God. And then I was married a long time at a young age. So then I was always consistent with a person and not being promiscuous, thank God. But on the flip side, as much as the men want that, which is unfortunately, unrealistic, but unless you also uphold that, because they want to cheat on those women, which is not okay, right? But they want agreement to cheat. It's like, well, I can have my side pieces. So like not cheating. And again, this is like some King Solomon concubines. Like, I mean, who you think you are? Like, this isn't the Old Testament. Like I hear these guys talking. I'm like, okay, if you were like the king, yeah, but how many kings are there in all the land? You're not a king. I was going to say Jeff Bezos. Obviously, don't support his politics or anything, but he married a woman who looks like she's been around the block a bit. No offense, but he divorced his wife, and he's with a woman who's just, his age. I think they're both 50, and he's a billionaire. He's not catching some 23-year-old virgin. She looks like she's, whatever. And so he's marrying her. So also there's this lie that men are not getting married because it's not safe. It's actually great for both people to get married. There's benefits, health benefits for men and women to get married. And if you're going to have children, you absolutely need to be married to bring a child in this world. I don't think marriage is for everyone, but if you're going to bring a child into this world, you need to be married for the children, to provide that base and that safe space and that sense of community. And please go to church. I'm not going to tell you what church to go to. That's not my place. But find your spiritual selves. And that's what's missing from the equation. Because on that flip side, then the women want to be thoughts. They want to be hoes out in them streets. And then finally settle with a nice guy after telling all the nice guys no. And be like, everybody's an F-boy. And then they want to be like, oh yeah, now I'm ready after you've done OnlyFans and all of this stuff, corn, right? And then the same guys who attack those women for being thoughts are watching them on the corn videos. And I'm using that word so I don't get demonetized. And it's just a crazy cycle. I'm like, both of y'all hate each other because you were both hurt by each other. There is no God in this never-ending cycle. And some of you guys who are my viewers who are older, Joy Tribe, are like, what is she talking about? But some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about because you're in the dating scene. And if you are in your 20s and 30s, or 40s even, this is how it is right now. For you guys who are happily married, even if you're not that happily married, please work on your problems and try to stay married because it is a war zone out here. I've had the fortune to be with some really great people, but it's not easy. My friends who are very, very single, it's tough for them. And it's because both sides are at war with each other. And the truth is, find someone you love, find someone you can love that you can put up with, find someone that you feel like you can tolerate and they tolerate you, that you're attracted to, that you can work together with, that you can conversate with, that when you're not in the bedroom, you still have something to talk about, okay? That you can enjoy life with, and that you can look upwards with, rather than always attacking each other. Get objective rather than always subjective. I think, and I'm in my head, and I don't know. Look at him. Look at him. Is he a good guy? Is he consistent? Good. Then be with him. Then you be a good woman and be consistent, right? Look at her. Is she there for you? Is she consistent? Is she showing up? We have all these expectations, but we just need consistent partners. And at the end of the day, loneliness is an epidemic. And if you choose to be alone, nobody should choose to be alone because we need people. People need people, right? But you can go to church, you can go to groups, you can go to the gym, you can go to fitness, you can go to travel groups, you can go, you need to have people around you. That's a different dynamic. That's your community. But your partner needs to be just that. I don't care if you have a traditional marriage or a modern marriage. Not one is better than the other, because the truly 1950s setup, the traditional one that we want to go back to, can you hear the thunder, is impossible in today's society. But that doesn't mean you can't have something that's more traditional. You can have the woman that chooses to give up her career in order to have babies, but she's got to be that one that wants to do that. Or she could do a 50-50, or you guys could share like 50-50 time with career, 50 time with the babies. Like me, I want to be a mother, but can I really say I'm a traditional woman? I do want the man to take care of me. Absolutely. I want a man who is a provider and a protector. But can I say I'm going to give up my career? No. It's just like a lot of the women, I would be an absolute hypocrite if I told you that. Like, women, I don't believe that. I believe in women power. Go out there, get your career, get your education, But don't forget, being a mother is important. And if you want that, you're going to have to weave that in, and you will have to submit to a man. Submit one to another is what the Bible says. And he will submit to you. But you're going to have to let a man lead you at some point if you want a husband, unless you want to walk all over him. But that's a different dynamic. I don't want that. So it should be built on mutual respect. And respect is respecting each other's differences. Like, I'm preaching now. You guys with me here? Let me just see some comments. Let me see some comments. It's getting sunset. Good. You guys like the lights? Woo! I'm married for 38 years. I'm flying to the East Coast tonight. Help a lady who has alcoholism, has handed her into the hospital. Whoa! Oh, you're helping her idol. That's beautiful. Oh, yeah, I will invite some people over. Absolutely, JCL. Right now, I'm just getting this nice and settled. We got the production set up, and then I will have guests. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry. I'm not married and not having a child because I'm single. Exactly. It's not fair. Don't have children if you're single. If you want to have children, then find an acceptable mate that you can deal with their problems. They can deal with yours. You can work on becoming better together. That's the whole point of a relationship, and date to marry. And if the person doesn't want to get married, you know what I've been watching? Love is Blind. I actually love that series. Okay, I'm not a big reality TV person, but I love Love is Blind. I love Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey. They're a happily married celebrity couple that work on their problems. I do think they're conservative because I believe in the power of marriage. I don't know, but I just like them. I like their energy. I like how they're both power players and they support one another. And they're actually a power couple, but they're not a power couple that moved apart. They're a power couple that moved together, right? And they have gone through struggles. And they have kids. It's beautiful. They're a beautiful couple. They have a show called Love is Blind. It's on Netflix. You don't have to watch it, but it's about they date when they don't see each other and they fall in love in the pods, only their voices. And it's been successful. It's led to this on the 4th season now. I just watched the 4th season. And I love seeing these couples fall in love without seeing each other. I think it's the most beautiful thing. And I wish we had Love is Blind pod dating like in real life. Somebody should make that a thing where you could go and you can call people but you can't see them. It has to be arranged, right? You couldn't look them up or anything. These people like actually go there and they have deep conversations. They cut the chit chat early on, like the small talk, which I hate. And guess what? Every person chosen for that, because it's a social experiment, wants to get married. That's the key. Find someone who wants to get married. This is the problem. People are dating people who don't want to get married, but they want to get married. Find someone who wants to have kids and wants to get married with you. Otherwise, you'll fundamentally break up. It happened to me, and you cannot make the other person feel bad if they want a different lifestyle. If you want to stay single or you just want to mingle and have a long-term relationship without marriage because your assets were, there's nothing wrong with that. Do you, but make sure your partner knows that. Make sure every potential partner and every date knows that. Make sure you talk about that. I think more important than finances is talking about marriage and children, because